a whole different dimension for me.
I'm singing with Garth Brooks!
Blake Shelton and Garth Brooks, the heartbreak that redefined country music. In the landscape of country music, few names carry the weight and influence of Blake Shelton and Garth Brooks. Both men are celebrated as icons, yet their paths through the genre could not have been more distinct in terms of era, style, and public persona. Garth Brooks emerged in the late 1980s and early 1990s as a transformative force in country music, redefining what it meant to be a country star with his high-energy performances, stadium-filling tours, and a sound that bridged traditional country with pop sensibilities. His influence is still felt in Nashville today, as countless artists cite him as the blueprint for modern success in the genre. Blake Shelton, by contrast, rose to prominence decades later, entering the
I'm watching the ACMs. He's doing God's country.
spotlight at a time when country music had already begun embracing crossover appeal and media spectacle, including reality television. Yet, despite the decades separating their breakthroughs, a deeply human experience connects them both: heartbreak. For Blake and Garth, heartbreak was not merely a personal challenge, it was a formative force that shaped their artistry, their public image, and ultimately, the way fans connect with country music itself. While the nature of their heartbreaks differed, Blake's being highly public and Garth's more private, the impact on their music, personal growth, and influence on the genre is undeniable. Blake Shelton's heartbreak has been a very visible part of his story. From his early career struggles to his highly publicized divorces, Blake has experienced the highs and lows of love in front of a national audience. His relationship with fellow country star Miranda Lambert was intensely scrutinized by media and fans alike, with tabloids chronicling every milestone and setback. The end of that marriage in particular became a defining moment in Blake's personal narrative, serving as a backdrop for the evolution of his music and public persona. Unlike many artists who attempt to shield their private lives from the glare of fame, Blake has consistently integrated his experiences of loss and love into his storytelling, both in interviews and on stage. The emotional honesty of his lyrics resonates with audiences who have faced similar struggles, and his eventual relationship with pop icon Gwen Stefani further amplified his journey of healing and personal growth. Fans watched as he navigated heartbreak, public perception, and ultimately found love again, witnessing an evolution that is both relatable and inspiring. His openness about depression, emotional recovery, and the sometimes painful intersection of fame and intimacy underscores the role of personal heartbreak in shaping the public image of a modern country star. It is precisely this willingness to share vulnerability that allows fans to connect with Blake on a deeply human level, making his music feel authentic rather than manufactured. Garth Brooks's heartbreak, on the other hand, was far more private, reflective, and nuanced. Although he achieved massive commercial success that transformed the country music industry, the personal cost of fame weighed heavily on him. His marriage to Sandy Mahl ended quietly, yet the emotional turmoil it caused reverberated throughout his personal and professional life. Unlike Blake, whose struggles played out under the microscope of celebrity media, Garth approached his heartbreak with a level of discretion that kept the details largely out of public scrutiny. Still, those close to him observed the profound impact the end of his marriage had on his emotional well-being and career choices. Balancing the demands of stardom with the desire for personal happiness proved difficult, and, for a time, it seemed as though the pressure of fame might undermine the very stability he sought. However, through his resilience and eventual partnership with fellow country legend Trisha Yearwood, Garth demonstrated that heartbreak need not define an individual. It can be endured, learned from, and ultimately transformed into a source of strength. The contrast between Blake's public heartbreak and Garth's private struggles highlights the different ways artists navigate pain in the spotlight. Yet it also underscores a universal truth: heartbreak is a shared human experience that transcends fame, era, and personal circumstance. Interestingly, Blake's
Cool for another artist to come in and sing, and it just brought.
Shelton has openly acknowledged the influence Garth Brooks's personal and professional resilience has had on his own journey. In interviews, Blake has credited Garth not only as a musical inspiration, but as a model for overcoming personal adversity. He has spoken about how witnessing Garth endure heartbreak, recover, and continue to perform at the highest level provided him with a roadmap during his own post-divorce period, which was marked by public scrutiny and emotional struggle. This intergenerational connection between two country music titans illustrates the cyclical nature of influence within the genre. The struggles and triumphs of one artist can directly shape the paths of those who follow, both musically and personally. Blake's acknowledgement of Garth's impact is particularly meaningful because it bridges the gap between eras of country music, linking the traditionalist energy of the 1990s with the contemporary narrative of the 2000s and 2010s. Fans, witnessing this mutual respect, have embraced the idea that heartbreak, while painful, can serve as a powerful catalyst for growth, creativity, and authenticity in country music. The fans themselves have played an equally important role in this narrative. Social media reactions, interviews, and online commentary reveal a widespread resonance with the stories of Blake and Garth, particularly in how each artist's experiences of heartbreak reflect broader human emotions. Clips of Blake praising Garth, for instance, went viral not simply because of celebrity admiration, but because audiences recognize the shared vulnerability both men represent. Many fans recounted their own heartbreak stories in response, demonstrating that the emotional honesty displayed by these
I had that guitar. I went and roofed houses and saved up $600 to buy that.
artists validates and mirrors their personal experiences. In this way, country music becomes more than entertainment. It serves as a mirror for human emotion, a vehicle for collective empathy, and a testament to the enduring power of storytelling rooted in truth. The connection between artist and fan is strengthened precisely because both parties recognize heartbreak as a universal experience, one that can inspire healing, reflection, and ultimately, hope. Beyond the personal implications, the heartbreak journeys of Blake Shelton and Garth Brooks also reveal larger truths about the evolution of country music itself. Garth's era was characterized by a blend of traditional country storytelling and the spectacle of mass appeal performance, where emotional expression was often conveyed through song lyrics and stage presence rather than overt public disclosure.
And see it just happen when it goes down. Friday, it's a day.
Are you kidding?
Blake's era, in contrast, reflects a world where media exposure and personal transparency are inextricably linked to celebrity, requiring artists to navigate both emotional authenticity and public narrative simultaneously. The contrast between these approaches highlights a broader cultural shift in how audiences consume country music and engage with the personal lives of artists. Heartbreak, therefore, is not just a thematic element of individual songs. It is a structural component of how country music communicates meaning, builds fan loyalty, and maintains cultural relevance. Both Blake and Garth, each in their own way, exemplify the interplay between personal experience, public perception, and musical expression that defines the genre. Moreover, the way these heartbreak narratives intersect underscores a deeper philosophical aspect of country music, that the most enduring art often emerges from struggle. Whether through Blake's candid reflections on post-divorce depression or Garth's quiet resilience in the face of personal upheaval, the pain they endured has been transmuted into creative energy. Their music, public statements, and even their personal journeys serve as case studies in the transformative power of heartbreak, illustrating how adversity can refine not only personal character but artistic output. For aspiring musicians and fans alike, these stories offer more than mere celebrity drama. They provide lessons in perseverance, emotional literacy, and the ability to channel personal hardship into something universally meaningful. Blake Shelton's heartbreak has been a very visible part of his story. From his early career struggles to his highly publicized divorces, Blake has experienced the highs and lows of love in front of a national audience.
From a man here earlier, says, "Hey man, we got your dressing room set up."
His relationship with fellow country star Miranda Lambert was intensely scrutinized by media and fans alike, with tabloids chronicling every milestone and setback. In the end, the parallel journeys of Blake Shelton and Garth Brooks demonstrate that heartbreak is more than a personal struggle. It is a defining element of country music itself. Their stories reveal that authenticity, emotional courage, and resilience are as essential to the genre as melody, instrumentation, and performance. While Blake's experiences are marked by public scrutiny and media attention, and Garth's by quiet reflection and measured discretion, both illustrate the central role of human vulnerability in shaping the music, persona, and cultural impact of country artists. The dialogue between their generations, mediated by respect, influence, and shared understanding of pain, offers a blueprint for how future artists might navigate similar challenges.